Commence primary ignition.
Hi, I'm Juan Davis, ILM model maker, and you're watching the virtual Cantina.
Ooh, new bumper.
Fancy schmancy. Well, hello there. Welcome to another week of movies we are thankful for.
Yes.
Tonight is another Amblin favorite of ours, as we are on the march to the Skeleton Crew.
Another John Williams favorite.
Yes. And
I watched the documentary last night.
It was so good, wasn't it?
It really was.
Very special. I thought
so many things that I didn't even remember or know that he did. Like, is there a Spielberg film that he didn't do? I don't know.
I like the fact that he brought in that Spielberg brought him to George for Star Wars. Mm-hmm. That was cool. I was three-quarters of the way movie through. I'm like, watch, it's a Disney movie. They're not even going to mention Potter. And I'm like, oh,
no.
There it is.
No.
Hey, Troy, how are you? Good to see you.
What's going on, Troy?
So yeah, that was fantastic. But we are on the march to movies, march to Skeleton Crew. Obviously, last week we had Goonies, which was fantastic and a lot of fun. Thank you everybody for joining us for that. But we are watching obviously E.T. tonight. So
this one I think possibly has some allusions to like what Skeleton Crew might be too. I mean, it's this group of young kids that are fighting the system, that are, going up against the man, beating down the government,
Yes.
Well,
so like I said to James R. Taylor when I saw him at Rhode Island Comic Con, there is no politics in Star Wars.
Yeah. Keep telling yourself that.
I don't know. But no, very excited about this one. Obviously, this is a sentimental favorite, being one of the movies of both Dave and my childhood. I remember I went to go see it with my grandparents in a small theater, probably a 50-person theater, in Long Beach, Long Island, New York, and like falling in love with the movie back then. You remember when you saw it first?
So I saw it in theaters. Is one of the very early movies that I saw is like, and I have memories of, the scary parts is E.T. jumps out and scares the holy piss out of you. It's just like, whoa, the little kid.
Right.
But yeah, is my parents not necessarily the best of judgment showing of my early film memories, because this one scared me. Now this one, it was okay. It should have been a family friendly, but like Gremlins, that was a poor choice. And of course, I talk about all the time, my introduction into Star Wars and watching it like live, and the first one I can remember seeing in theaters was Jedi.
Right.
So,
and we all know my story of Empire. So
I don't recall if I ever saw Empire in theaters. If I did, I was too young to remember it. But
right. But no, hope you join us. It's available for rental for like $3.79 on Prime, as well as YouTube, Fandango at home.
Fandango.
I know, fancy. But hope you join us for it. It'll be a lot of fun. But let's talk about some crazy stuff going on with the virtual Cantina. We announced a whole lot of shenanigans. Like we always do.
Us?
Yes. We are bringing our own brand of shenanigans to Japan for the shenanigans, That's a whole other.
Redacted.
That's a whole other,
Redacted.
yeah. That's a whole other bag of shenanigans.
Not happening anymore. Not that.
Yeah, no, we are going with this. The Not So Virtual Cantina Special Edition. We will be at the Hamatakari, which is 15-minute walk from the APA where we were originally going to have it, and the Matahari Masi Convention Center where Celebration is going to be. It's going to be on the Thursday night before Celebration. Tickets go on sale for the general public January 1st at 9 a.m. Eastern. Now, just to let you know, only 150 tickets are going to be sold in total. You're going to want to grab these. It includes dinner, includes all you could drink, a swag bag, a vent shirt. We're going to have karaoke. We're going to have special meet and greets, as you would only know from the virtual cantina, of people who will not be on the autograph floor. We will also be sponsored, once again, by Hyperspace Props. If you bought Sabak pieces, we're going to have a whole area for Sabak in Japan. We'll have
Damn right, Troy. Damn right.
games being played, and they'll have a vendor table as well at our event. And if you use the code NSVCSE right now at their website, you will get 10% off of their website and all the purchases today, which is pretty awesome. So if you're planning to do your holiday shopping and you want to use the code right there alone, boom. If you were in California and you were playing Sabak at Big's Bar and Grill, some serious ish went down during those games.
Those are some damn nice credits too. They're just like
you purchased some, didn't you?
I did. I don't have them in front of me. They're still in my the stuff that I have from California. I'll have to get them back on the desk so I can really kind of show them out when we're doing it. But yeah, I got several of those really the metal, I guess they're cast credits, and they're gorgeous and they feel amazing.
Troy, I know a guy.
Oh, and I know that I got this too. This is my favorite. I'm working on these and programming these for the VCN staff. Is boom. Ooh. Chain code cards to where you can just this is like your business card, just boop tap and all your information right there.
Fantastic. That's fancy.
It is.
So, Troy, I know a guy. If you're looking for tickets, let me know. I can hook a brother up. So, love to see you in Japan, Troy. Love to see you playing Sabak. I know Bruce Brown is
peer pressure, Troy. Peer pressure. It's worked on you twice already before. We're doing it again.
Literally. Oh yes. No, but the whole rationale about us doing the Not So Virtual Cantina Special Edition, as you know, instead of changing it to a Bunta Special Edition, is honestly it's a short period of time. We can't do a full 8 hours. But we're giving you the best of Natto and the best of Bunta in one event.
Yes.
So that's why we went Natto Virtual Cantina Special Edition as opposed to doing a full-fledged Bunta Eve, which is a full-day extravaganza. But Dave knows we have a whole slew of stuff planned. Some of the names that we're talking to is redacted right now. But damn. Exactly. Things to get excited about. But I mean, you know, it's I know Dave knew that we were going to be doing this event before even
for the record, I told you we were going to do this 8 months before you came around to the realization we were going to do this.
I know. I tried. I at least put up a fight, you know.
Yeah.
I made a public announcement. I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
You know, oh well. We're very excited, but we're very excited, obviously, also to spend time with our virtual Cantina family, which we are just shy of 70,000 members worldwide.
Yeah, and I'm like, as it comes up to Celebration, it's going to get crazy because we added tens of thousands during London.
We got 250,000 day one of con, and we hit 60 by the end of the weekend. So we gained 10,000 members in 4 days, which is wow. But thank you very much, all of our family members. We do greatly appreciate it. We love you all. And we are starting the programming now. I mean, we just had a news desk a week ago. We have another one coming next week. I will be doing news desk every other Saturday at 12 o'clock Eastern. And we will be talking Celebration as we're getting ready for it. Next week, I will actually be joined by Michael Hyde from Hyperspace Props. So we will be talking Sabak and also all the shenanigans that are going to happen in Japan. So we're very, very excited about that. But we got a whole slew of programming. But we also got a whole slew of programming coming up for Skeleton Crew, including what we're known for is we have special guests for almost every episode.
That's going to be fun. I'm so happy to be back to that after the actor and the writer strike that we've got, that we're going to be able to bring people in to do our watch alongs. That's going to be super cool.
And I just want all of us to be singing Major Tom in Huttese, because I know all of us were. That was like so cool.
Yes.
I love that song in general. So to me, to hear that Huttese just made it like even cooler. But to me, it also looks like, we're a parallel to that universe. If they are doing a translation of a popular 80s song into a Star Wars language, it kind of feels like, wow, it's happening at the same time.
It's very Guardians of the Galaxy-esque.
Yeah.
It's you're taking this spacey universe, and it's kind of also they're not breaking the fourth wall, but they're rubbing right up against it. They're just like
Guardians of the Galaxy. He was originally a Terran. He was a human being. So that kind of made sense in that kind of music. But the fact that we're getting a new wave 80s popular song in a Star Warsy language.
Oh yeah,
that's kind of cool.
Well, we don't know what they're going to do with this yet. We don't know that Earth isn't going to, pop up in the Skeleton Crew. Is maybe Jude is Star-Lord's brother. I'm kidding. I kid. Don't take it serious.
Fandom Menace. That's Dave.
I kid, people. Scoob, that better not be the short clip tomorrow. Damn it.
Scoob, that better be the short clip. But we're very excited for that. And obviously, we have a whole slew of stuff about Star Wars. We could talk about. Let's talk about first thing right now. They announced the Andor season 2, which the snippet we saw, which was fantastic. Debuts the week after Celebration. So, first night, Friday night, 2 episodes maybe.
We hope. That would be fun. That would be a good one. A watch along with the cast would be amazing, like they did for Kenobi.
I mean, how was it for you? You sat with our VCN family members for Kenobi. How was that for you?
Oh, that was just so much fun. We were all sitting there together. We were just in absolute awe of the fact that it was going on, and just the fact that we got the actors, the cast to be out there with us, and introducing the thing. And I fully think we were all so excited we forced them to have to see right there, Kenobi 22, so special, is we forced them to have to drop it early on D+ because spoilers. So I think it was great. It was the best, and to do that again, I think would be perfect.
So what we watched Mandalorian season 3, episode 7, which was the Tate Fletcher death episode in Japan, and you could hear a pin drop at the end of the episode, like it was that crazy. absolutely.
You mean in London?
I mean, yeah, I'm in London. Sorry about that. Freaking Aaron, I'm going to call him out. Alan Waldron clicked the StreamYard link that's in our ad and was trying to watch from there. And I'm like, no, go to our page.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get that situated. But yeah, so in London, that was absolutely incredible. But hopefully we'll be able to watch it in Japan as well for Andor. I'm hoping that we're going to get, obviously they now we saw K2. We saw glimpses of Krennic. We know that Forrest Whitaker is going to be in it. I'm hoping for Galen Erso because he's going to be in Japan.
We saw Mon Mothma back.
Yeah. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Also, let's talk about the fact Simon Kinberg is rumored, it's not put in by Lucasfilm yet, to be writing and producing a trilogy for Star Wars. Now, if Dave Filoni is the man in charge, and he's putting the guy that he worked on Rebels with,
yep,
who knows Star Wars better?
That is the truth. Is if you have to put up with the level of meticulous and Star Wars deep cuts that Dave is known to be, then you know something. Right. I hope to goodness it happens. Like I said, is Star Wars themselves is very mute on everything lately. I will believe this when either Star Wars picks it up or Daisy picks that up and starts talking about that. Because we've got the other rumor that's kind of hand in hand with that one that's gone out, and I keep looking every time I see it reshared. Is this a site that I trust to do it? Is it? And I'm like, some of the sites I'm like, okay, maybe, but that Daisy is rumored to be involved in more than one property at this point.
And if they're going around saying that Rey is their best asset, Grogu is right there with the bowl of soup, just sipping it like it's tea.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's where you blow people's minds if Grogu ends up in the new Rey property. Poof. But I wouldn't hold my breath for that.
Yeah, well, stranger things have happened.
Oh yeah,
but
literally.
Yeah, I mean, literally, exactly. Which we saw some stuff on Stranger Things Day for Stranger Things season 5, which looks it's very exciting, and part 2 of the final season of Cobra Kai debuts tomorrow.
Ooh.
So they're going to be.
I will not be watching that tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be reserved for the Tyson fight. Real life episode of Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson versus Glass Joe.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was going for right there. Real live episode of the Nintendo Entertainment System, friends.
We need Little Mac to show up in the green trunks and just go like this at the end. Yes, we are aging ourselves.
Yes. Okay. Now that's where you get somebody to really piss people off is like Stallone show up dressed to the fight dressed as Little Mac. That'd be hilarious right there. Oh boy. Yes, Glass Joe right there.
Well, it totally is. But we're obviously we're very excited about everything that's going on in the fandom and all fandoms, and also as you guys probably know already, Deadpool Wolverine is on Disney Plus. The Assembled is on Disney Plus as well, which is very great.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet.
But the Assembled for Agatha All Along is on YouTube. It is not on Disney Plus.
That's interesting.
And they launched it last night during our Life Day special.
I can't watch that yet. I'm still like 2 episodes from the end of Agatha.
I need to finish Penguin. Everybody's texting me, is like, we want to talk Penguin. I'm like, I'm like 3 episodes behind. Like,
yeah, I'm a few episodes of that one too. Oh, see right there. Absolutely.
Yeah. So much goodness going on in the fandom. So much good going as far as our, what's going on with VCN. Want to plug also that the Daughters of the Galaxy will be back next Wednesday to do their
are they doing their Shop Small?
Their Shop Small episode next week. So right before Black Friday, they're going to be doing their Shop Small episode. So if you're looking for some great items, take a look at their site. They're going to be talking to about a lot of the groups and companies that we work with, especially during the family vacation as sponsors, including Hyperspace Props.
Excellent.
So, take a look at them next week. And also, MVO is going to be on next week as we are actually going to be watching, finally, Serenity.
Dang it, I don't have that graphic on this brand. Man.
And I had not, my brother bought me a DVD of the entire series of Firefly, and I have not watched it at all yet. So Serenity's going to be the first time I've ever seen anything.
Okay, wait, back. Whoa. You have never watched Firefly?
No, and I have the whole series on DVD.
Okay. You have homework this weekend because you cannot freaking watch Serenity first. No. It's like 15, 16 hours. Sit your ass down and watch. Okay? Because the Serenity, no, too many things that not.
So my brother got me also watching when he first sent me, obviously the Firefly. He got me watching Battlestar, the Katie Sackhoff version. And I loved it. So he's like, okay, you're gonna love Serenity even more because he knows that I'm a huge fan of Alan Tudyk.
That'll be good for the Shop Small.
So next week, I guess this weekend that's my plan for the weekend. Is I'm going to be watching Firefly in preparation of Serenity next week. Yep. And then the night before Thanksgiving, Jeff and I will finally be watching Under the Rainbow.
Yes.
Which we've been trying to watch for a couple years now.
Right there, Sherry. Oh, Butterfly, binge Firefly. Must watch Firefly before Serenity. That there will be so much more meaning having seen the series.
Okay. So I will definitely take a look at that. So I don't know, just like I said, it's been, we're getting ready to also close out the year. And what a year it's been for the Virtual Cantina Network. Our family vacation, which was next level. ICC Con, where we finally debuted, had a table, and ran a Bunta at.
Yeah.
We ran 4 Buntas this year. It's ridiculous. A grand total of close to 40, family members who joined us for that. Meetups galore in various locations around the world. And it's just the balls just keep on rolling. It's amazing.
We still got meetups coming. Don't forget, coming up in just a couple of weeks, there's the San Francisco meetup.
Right, our final con meetup of the year. So go meet up with Hunter over there. I know the headliner for the con is Hayden.
Excellent.
So please make sure that you go over to that meetup. And there'll be some pictures of an informal meetup happening in North Kakalaka. So stay tuned for that. There'll be a whole slew of shenanigans happening there, as there always are. But yeah, just a ball marching on towards Japan. And it's going to be very exciting to see not only Star Wars. I mean, I'm going to be a little selfish right here, but to see the VCN brand on the other side of the planet. To me, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, London was far, but Japan is a whole other thing.
And we already have one Japan T-shirt up on our TeePublic. For Black Friday weekend, could we have a couple of others? Maybe. I said maybe. I said maybe.
You never know. You
Yeah,
never know.
I have a couple of things up my sleeve that are not with you that I could throw up on our TeePublic store.
Because there's always all sorts of stuff up there. You of course have, Hu Yang ain't nothing to force with, and Hu Yang is for the younglings.
Mm-hmm.
The Baru crew, I love this. Like, I want, and I have not broken down and ordered it yet. I need to. I want this on. They make trucker caps on TeePublic.
I saw that.
This on a trucker cap, yes,
fantastic. Yes. And there's also
just for laughs.
Those are great ones. And so one of our shirts that we're going to debut for the Black Friday weekend. It's actually designed by Aaron, who's in the crowd right now, saying that I just want my $2, and he's not wrong. Is an Ebby stamp for the VCN T-shirt.
Ooh, very Japany.
Yep, and
Japanese even.
And also I might throw onto TeePublic our Mythosaur patch as a T-shirt design.
That's pretty cool.
Which right now the studio is doing a 55% off sale.
Yes, studio is 55% off, like just for a limited deal, and it's on patches, pins, keychains, a couple of things. But yeah, I've actually gotten a couple of members in on that deal and gotten their patches ordered for the thing.
Yeah, because I got a notification this morning from Joanna saying that our Mythosaur is in production.
Excellent.
So I'm very excited with that. Also, have to say, you have 16 days to order your Japan Racer.
Oh, yeah.
The Japan Racer this year is awesome. Not that our racers aren't always awesome. And I always say my favorite racer is the next one because we just keep on like hammering them out. Very obviously Revenge of the Sith anniversary centric. Very happy with it. I mean, Dave, you were involved in the creation of this masterpiece. What was the
Well, I mean, we went through so many iterations, and we've been it's amazing working with Joanna and Eddie on this, and you throw out an idea and then it becomes just visualized, and then we've got your friend in Japan, I think, who's like been doing like tons of proofing on our translations and stuff. So I think it's been great, and it's been a huge collaboration, and we've got something really special that's come out there. We wanted it just to be very, very Japanesey, but very Swarzy as well. And I think we've hit a good medium there. And kind of some deep cuts, right? So you got like the Mon Calamari, like yin yang doing their little like the Tale of Darth Plagueis the Wise dance, right? Yep. So some deep cuts.
Some serious deep cuts. So we're very excited about that. But you can order them now. And if you're in the United States, you can have them shipped to you before celebration. But if you're international, you order them and you can pick them up at Not So Virtual Cantina. I almost said Boutique. Yeah. Not So Virtual Cantina.
Okay. Not So Special Edition.
Yes.
And if you're looking for the link for it, the link is on the page. It's a pinned post. It's right there at the top. So just go to, Star Wars Celebration Japan 2025 Facebook page. It's right there. And the link to that is, of course, in this little dooflachi, this QR. You can scan this one right here.
Fantastic. So we are just about at that time right now. So if you're watching ET along with us, we'll do a 10-second countdown. Otherwise, prepare to hit play, and we'll go from there.
All right, you gotta wait because I gotta figure that.
Okay.
It's a little bit more on the Prime than the D plus, man. There's a little bit more to it. You gotta get the things up.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. Bought you guys a little bit of time. Let's find the 10-second countdown. We've got so many videos in this thing now. All right, here we go. And like we were saying a little bit before, if you want to hear some really cool, like, behind the scenesy stuff of this movie, in the John Williams documentary, E.T. is talked about a lot. So it was definitely a special part of his collaboration with Spielberg.
So let's put in the chat. Where did everybody else see E.T. the first time?
Oh yeah.
Let's hear other people's stories.
No, Sherry, it is not on D plus. We mentioned that I think before you came in. It's rental on Amazon Prime. It's like
Your
$3.79
sound is
on Prime. What's that?
We can hear your soundtrack.
You can hear my soundtrack?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Okay, I think it fixed it. Yep, Troy saw it in the theaters there. Uh-huh. Well, that is it's definitely a good film to have in your collection there, Sherry. Well, Troy, I was talking about, like, Troy things he cried is I don't think I got over the being scared, just scared part of it where E.T. jumps out. No. And this at the moment now, this ship has become, I mean, this is kind of your classic alien deal. Is this kind of looks like the Close Encounters ship? All right. So who out there in the chat, who's done the deep cut? Who played the ET video game on the Atari 2600? Yes. I think I still have an actual physical copy of the ones that did not end up in the giant landfill.
You remember the figure that the heart glowed and it came with the speaking spell in his hand?
So I don't think I ever had that. I had the plush, and that was like faux leather. And thinking back, that was like, it's kind of creepy that you've got a leather plush. Yes,
Also,
Troy, the documentary, the Atari ET documentary. Yes. But I mean, I at the time was the target audience. Is I enjoyed that game. It was hard as shit, but like collecting all the pieces and staying away from the FBI guy that's just like robs you of all the pieces and throws them back in the woods and you have to go again. Like I played that thing for hours on end.
I was the same way with the Ghostbusters game where you had to try to get past Stay Puft to try to get even into the apartment building. Like, yeah, I completely. And also, there was that one ET toy, which was ET's extendable finger, which has no business being a kid's toy in any sort of capacity. Now we look at it, we're like, what were they thinking?
Well, now we have popcorn buckets, which are basically the same.
Here, which the new popcorn bucket, the announcement for Deadpool Wolverine.
Who at Disney let that slide? Who at Disney? It's like either somebody has lost their mind or somebody's getting shit canned over that.
Feige approved it, so there you go.
Ooh, there we go. Yeah, that was before you could like.
Me too.
Oh, that's a big swap right there. Going to see Poltergeist instead of E.T. Woo. Oh, there he is, roaming through the woods.
It's like when friends of mine have always said, "Oh yeah, we're moving next to a graveyard." Don't put it in a pool. Don't put it in a pool. Whatever you do, don't put it in a pool.
I like my pool.
But now if you're living next to a grave site.
Yeah. I've done that too, but we didn't have a pool when we lived next to the graveyard. Okay. So, yeah. A little bit of one, a little bit of the other, not both at the same time.
I like seeing these Broncos, like those the cool pickups back in the day. Like in the 80s.
You got the Chevy square body. It like definitely dates the
Explorers.
This reminds me of the kangaroo, the Skippy scene in Crocodile Dundee.
Okay, I get you.
You know what I'm saying? Is I want to see, Michael Hogan and E.T. shooting back.
That's not a finger. This is a finger.
Exactly. Oh. But just look at this, so much Spielbergy goodness. You've got just the flashlights and but this isn't like dark, like a lot of dark movies that you see now. A lot of them, it's just too dark and you don't see, but Spielberg's got the lighting and we're all coming there.
That is so cool, Tom.
Oh yeah. It is Eckerd's. That's a throwback there too, right there. Eckerd's, that's been a while. But yeah, well, that's the days when waiting for a movie to come out after it was in theaters like meant something. It's not like it's streaming like 3 weeks later. There was an actual anticipation and wait for that.
But if you remember also before, like at the time when, I would say it was like 87, 88, when video stores started becoming like all the rage, like a Blockbuster, Mega Mart type of place, if you couldn't rent it at that time, it cost like $80 to buy a VHS tape.
Well, see, I live and always have lived in a small town. We did not have like a big chain video store. We had like small little mom and pop video stores. And it was, it was a whole other thing. You have to wait, and it's this and it's that, and there's like 2 copies for the entire town or whatever. Look at this. This is throwback. This like living room looks like they're in Pizza Hut.
The grid is so not only just so 80s in that look at those cans, the Fresca can.
Oh yeah.
You got like the Pizza Hut cups.
Can of Raid out front there, man.
Can of Raid on the freaking dining room table.
Exactly. Let me tell you, the faux like stained glassy light.
Yep.
Video View. There you go. See, we had one called Village Video, and there was another one across town. And Village Video was like VHS from day one, right? And then across town, you had B&H Video, and B&H they started out and they were Betamax just to the core until it went belly up. So it's just, what do you do?
And look at this. They're playing Dungeons and Dragons right there as well.
Well, that was what you do, man. That was it. See, there's a lesson: is don't leave your garage doors up because aliens get in them. That's the high. They were living high on the hog right there, like rocking that dishwasher at this point in the 80s. That's some living, man. Where is this supposed to be? Is this Northern California?
Yeah, I was about just to drop the Betamax, comment.
Oh yeah, right there. Betamax. I mean, Betamax was like VHS's baby brother, but I think personally, and I think it's arguable, but like higher quality recording on the tape, but I don't think it quite held as much on the tape, and that's why it just didn't do.
Well, let's talk about laser discs as well. I mean, that was predecessor to a DVD or Blu-ray.
Laser discs.
Hey, you have a few.
Oh yeah, I got one sitting right back here, courtesy of you. They got this one, but like actual, I had again talking about being like high on the hog, cutting edge. When those came out, is a good friend of mine. They had an actual player hooked up in their living room, but you just didn't get as many of them, right? So we watched Sean Connery in Medicine Man 57 times.
Right.
And then, just there were like 10 of those. Whereas VHSs, I still have an entire shelf of over there just as a display. Because I have all the original trilogy, pre-special edition, saving those on VHS. All the original Star Trek movies, all the way through, I think, Generations. So, holding on to that stuff. See, there you go. Better quality, but VHS was cheaper. Yeah.
Look, I have a DVD VHS combo in my office, just if I want to watch it, but I hardly ever use it.
Well, now it's just it's for so many things. It's just so much easier to just press your stream, or for this, as opposed to digging out the copy I know I have of ET somewhere on DVD, instead of digging that out and digging the player out and hooking the player up, is press rent. But what really makes me wonder, and it's weird, is things that don't get moved over to streaming for whatever reason. Because I've been trying to find Space Camp. Do you remember Space Camp?
So Leah Thompson had a Space Camp picture with her and Tate Donovan on her table at Rhode Island Comic Con.
Oh, see, that Joker somebody needs to put that on streaming.
Yeah,
that was a quality movie.
So let's talk about this for a minute, Tom. Is that you didn't have a Laserdisc until you were in 9th grade when Columbia's House did. We didn't. So, Dave, honestly, how much money do you owe Columbia House?
I have so many Columbia House music CDs.
And cassette tapes.
But they were only a penny, right?
So we would go there, and then the bill would come like, oh, he had a great deal on this. Okay, cool. And then your parents get a bill, and you're like,
what? I don't know. See this stuff
Max?
right here. This level that scared the holy bejesus. This was like watching Blair Witch at the time.
So we did comment about it earlier, but they called each other douchebags earlier in a scene after they're outside, and I'm like, I didn't think of that as a diss until maybe like we were in high school or college. But hearing it in the '80s, that's actually kind of funny.
Oh yeah, it's show your 80s right there.
Yeah.
There you go, Troy. the business that Columbia House built.
Yeah. That
was your small business loan right there. It's just got it all from.
It wasn't necessarily brick and mortar, but
Yeah. Yeah, this has got to be Northern California somewhere. Just and here we talked about this during the Goonies. Is everything is riding your bikes everywhere, all over the place. Like the complete level of sketchiness, and just your parents have no idea where the hell you are.
And don't forget, Max and Jinx, friends forever.
Yes.
Little Joaquin Phoenix.
Jinx put Max in space. That was your precursor to BB-8.
Yeah.
Jinx was
Nice drop there, sir. I think that is a future movie we're thankful for. I would throw in Explorers.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
The River Phoenix.
Because that was an amazing movie until the last 10 minutes when it just went off the rails completely.
Completely jumped the shark.
Yeah.
Trying to think of like what other. Yeah, definitely Space Camp is definitely one. Explorers is another one that we should definitely consider for the future.
And speaking of movies we're thankful for with like Leah Thompson, is like Jaws 3. Nope, can't sell you on that one, huh?
Well, I mean, if we had Joanna, she got something signed from Leah Thompson from Beverly Hillbillies.
Wow.
Oh, Flight of the Navigator. Oh, Project
X. The Navigator.
They're doing a remake of that.
Oh, no, that's going to be so bad.
Project X, that was so sad with that monkey.
Yeah. Poltergeist was in Simi Valley, California. There, Tom.
Glass bottles of Heinz ketchup when you have to hit the 57 in order to get the ketchup out.
What? I did not remember that right there. That one just went, what? This is penis breath? What?
Wait, oh yeah. The condiments are like crazy.
All right, let's see.
The mother can't stop laughing.
Well, yeah. When your children do the thing. All right, let's see.
I see her as
was filmed in Crescent City, Los Angeles, Puerto Rico. Doesn't Jeff tell a story? Was it E.T. that was filmed just down the street from Jeff?
I think so.
Yeah.
See, when I look at Gertie, like little Drew Barrymore, I don't really look at her with pigtails like that. I think of her in Firestarter.
Oh yeah, that. Mm-hmm. So, wait, where was it? Oh, yeah, right there. Troy, yes, Leah Thompson was in Jaws 3D with, I think it was Dennis Quaid, I think was in that. And Louis Gossett Jr. That was a level of craziness.
So speaking of Louis Gossett Jr., can we throw Iron Eagle on the list of movies that we're thankful for?
I like that movie. That's like the kids doing the thing. Okay, at some point, if you're throwing Iron Eagle on the list, I gotta throw one there. Okay.
Okay. Of course. Crash and burn, man. See, if you were in Rhode Island Comic Con, you would have been Hollywood.
Wood's
Okay,
been
yes.
hit.
So we got Dennis Quaid, Lou Gossett Jr., Leah Thompson. I'm trying to look at who else is of note. Yeah, not really much more of note in that cast.
Yeah, I don't know that anybody else really came out of that. But yeah, that was Leah Thompson was in a lot of stuff at that point.
Both Leah Thompson as well as James Tolkien. He was in a lot of movies in the 80s.
Let's see. But I don't know that I've ever actually seen Jaws 3D in 3D. But so I'd always seen that on television. So this one here is, I've got some of the thing is they had to reboot and go with Reese's Pieces because the company behind M&M's wouldn't go for it. They weren't convinced that this would do well. So
yeah, time tells.
Well, yeah, because this is the only reason that people eat Reese's Pieces as opposed to M&M's is this movie. Only
Absolutely.
reason. Yeah, but see, you almost forget that Drew Barrymore is in this film because what was it? We were just oh, I remember. I was just introducing over the spooky season. We were watching spooky season movies with my family and introducing my daughter had never seen Scream.
Okay.
So we were watching that and explaining that whole thing to where Drew Barrymore was actually supposed to be cast in that movie in the Nev Campbell role.
Right.
That's who we were looking for. But Drew is just like, I think Drew is credited as convincing them to no, put me as the role in the beginning. And once you've killed like the major actress in this, the person with the biggest pedigree, it's anybody's game.
Right.
Oh yeah, Troy, is Jaws the Revenge. So Michael Caine wasn't in 3D. I think Michael Caine was in Jaws for the Revenge. Where Jaws like goes to the Bahamas or some shit. And he completely did that for the money. I think he's been quoted as like Jaws. I don't think I've ever seen the film, but I have seen the house that it bought me, and that has brought me great joy. So there's like listen to this if you can, if you don't just have the captions on or whatever. If you can hear it, the little subtle John Williams music in the background like adds to these little beats.
Hey, Pete, how are you?
What? Sharks don't roar? You should know. Come on. Don't go all Australian and debunking shark myths, man.
Don't you have some dingoes to chase?
It's like, okay, this is possibly a shark myth that I get from what is it? From watching The Endless Summer. Do Australians really refer to sharks in the water as the men in the gray suits? I've watched Endless Summer way too many times. Okay.
That is fantastic.
Anything on Graham Norton is hilarious.
No, but I'm talking about you forgetting the bat shark repellent they talk about from the Batman 66.
Oh yeah, I love the bat. Been there, done that. Uh-oh. Well, they got like little metal detectors where they found. Oh, we found like a cache of little squirreled away some Reese's Pieces in the woods, man. Oh, E.T. was also, this is like the precursor to them filming in the Redwoods. So, E.T. was also filmed on Endor. Not exactly, but the same
Oh,
concept.
the good old mercury thermometers.
Hold it up to the light bulb and burn your tongue, man.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Bifold the wood louver bifold doors on your closets.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Oh. Oh. You have to reverse the thing. Yes, Reese's Pieces equal crime. If you see Reese's Pieces on the ground in the forest, there something happened. What? Staying home sick with no TV? That's not allowed. You have to at least watch The Price is Right.
I was supposed to say that you need a Campbell's soup in the can with premium saltine crackers and Bob Barker.
Yes. Bob Barker could always make you feel better.
Though I also liked Press Your Luck. No Emmys, no Emmys.
No Emmys. Who was that? Who hosted that? All right, we're on the Google. Anybody in the chat know who hosted Press Your Luck? Yes, and Ginger Ale, Tom.
Yep.
Absolutely. Was it like Wink Martindale or something?
That's
No. Who hosts? Oh, okay. Peter, I was way off. Peter Tamarkin?
okay.
I don't even know who that is. Oh, but it had Rod Roddy from The Price is Right was on. He was like the announcer on Press Your Luck. Okay. Crossover. Star Wars. I forgot this. He's showing E.T. his Star Wars action figures.
As he should.
Snaggletooth. He's got a Snaggletooth. Is it a blue Snaggletooth? Which?
He's got Greedo. He's got Hammerhead. Yep. Well, see, Walrus Man. He's
Boba Fett.
Lando. Okay, so this is after Empire, because that was the vinyl cape. Pew pew.
Wow.
Oh my God! Remember those the finger and fish head, shark head thingies?
Yes. Okay. Like what happened here? Did Steven lose a bet? Is he supposed to is he promoting Star Wars for George? He's like, no, I'll lost to you at poker is I gotta put Star Wars in my next movie. Well, you could eat Matchbox cars. Now this is pretty interesting. Like was I can't think of anything else. Had Henry Thomas been in anything at this point?
I think this might be his first, but if you also remember, he was in that movie with Dabney Coleman, Cloak and Dagger.
Oh yeah. I'm just like, what else would there have like what other child actor would there have been at this point? Ooh, Henry Thomas actually has an upcoming project coming out that's in post right now. It's
Yeah.
called Due West. That's pretty cool. Because yeah, he'd been in a couple of things before that. Cloak and Dagger was after
Okay.
E.T., but he'd been in a thing called Raggedy Man and a TV movie called The Stealer and the Pittsburgh Kid.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, how different would this have been if there'd been like a known child actor at this point? This is probably a little bit. Well, he'd have been younger. What if this had been like Sean Astin?
Right.
There you go. Look at that old school football gear there.
Interesting.
The frog dreaming the goat kids in Australia? Okay. I do not know what that is. Oh, yeah, just drag the alien right out.
I love the fact he's wearing an old school Space Invaders t-shirt.
Well, and did you hear he's doing the Yoda voice?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolute power I have. Ah. Oh,
Here we go.
lucky he didn't laser blast her or something right there.
Right.
Yes, the Yoda improv. I love the level of Star Wars references in this. Like I said, is Spielberg has bound to have like lost a bet to Lucas or something. Nothing.
I'll wait for her to say. I'll wait for her to say. Don't be chicken shit. That's another movie I'm thankful for.
Yes, yes, absolutely. That would be that's still you got to kind of watch that at the right time.
Yeah. With the mom with the frilly neck collar, turtleneck, button down shirt.
Yeah, but no, as we just did the my school they did a fifth grade musical and it was called like Zombies the musical.
Okay.
So the kid, the main protagonist or whatever in this thing is we had to set dress what was her room
Mm-hmm.
and she was supposed to be into like spooky scary movies, right? And that's why the whole zombie dream sequence whatever came. So anyway, I'm in charge of the set dressing, so I put posters on the wall, and guess what? One of the posters was
Monster Squad.
Monster Squad. It's like the posters on the wall are like one zombie movie, but it's Monster Squad and Thriller.
Okay.
It's like
It's sort of like William Kaplan's room in Agatha once he went full goth.
yes. Yeah, see, I told you he had to just the amount of Star Wars references that are just out of the blue in this movie.
And she's fighting over a strawberry shortcake.
Well, everybody fights over strawberry shortcake.
I mean, I didn't.
Henry Thomas was in a whole lot more than I remember. So many things.
I mean, I know he was in Doctor Sleep. He played the Jack Nicholson character as the bartender.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just like looking through things like All the Pretty Horses, a TV miniseries for Moby Dick, um, what else? Legends of the Fall, Fire in the Sky, a prequel to Psycho, Gangs of New York, all sorts of things. Yeah. You know, it's the whole series of little kids, and you got to have a dog. There's got to be a dog. There's always a dog.
Yeah, but a dog with a indoor plant.
Yeah. What do you mean if you think he's an animal? Come on, dude. Where are you from? Over there. Mm-hmm. Like now we're getting it. This is a space alien.
Sounds like 2 syllables. Movie.
Oh, there we go. Now they got it out. They got the space boat.
Do you have an extra page?
It's like, oh, beyond that. That's woo far, dude.
Hmm. Twerp.
That was just something you said. Did we really make up words just out of the blue like the skibbity people do now? We didn't do that, did we?
Gnarly.
Gnarly. Uh,
Rad.
that's just an abbreviation of an actual word.
Yeah, but so is dis. Dis is a contraction of disrespect.
Let's see. Okay, Troy, we're going deep here. I'm over on the Google. The origin of the word twerp is unknown, but the earliest known use was in the 1920s. The first
What?
evidence in the I know the first yes, Troy. I think that is sus entirely. Is the Oxford English Dictionary first earliest evidence of the word is from 1925 in a text by two people I've never heard of. That's crazy.
So I just typed in the origin of the word whack.
Whack.
And it said it came from the hip hop culture of the 1980s.
That's wiggity whack.
Yeah.
Wiggity whack.
Wiggity wiggity whack.
Wiggity 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 whack.
Word is only that.
You know, word to your mother. Look the theme right there. So John Williams, he's the flowers come.
Yeah, but look at him right now. He's wearing a Jedi robe.
Hmm?
Another movie we should be thankful for that we need to watch. We need to watch Last Starfighter.
Oh yeah. The last is
Wiggity whack is totally done because it was totally crossed out. Because Chris Cross will make you jump.
Jump. Somebody go get me like a Looney Tunes t-shirt with them wearing backward with Bugs and Taz wearing backwards clothes.
I tried putting on a baseball jersey backwards back in the day. It was just not comfortable. I was like, no.
Yeah. So this right here, crisscross, very nearly it got me in trouble in school repeatedly because in math and science when you're talking about or in the old days with the original math, right, you're trying to get equivalent fractions, and what do, right? You cross multiply, you crisscross, and
Right.
that's how the teacher would explain it. And every time the teacher said that, my buddy and I, sitting like 2 rows from the back, would stand up and jump every time. Oh, yeah, so much trouble that was. Yes, the real math. I know. I am a school teacher and I do not support the new math. You do not change the math. There is no changing the math.
And you don't change the SATs. They go to 800 per, and there's only 2. Damn it.
No more. Yes, I get you.
That changed my senior year. I was so pissed.
Oh, speaking of school, there he is drawing aliens, little sketchies in the margins. Oh, this is the hilarious scene where they're channeling each other. Oh, I thought that was no. There's another person in this. The little girl like sitting over there that like looks at him when he's doing it. It's Erica Eleniak. That's like no.
Oh yeah, from that Steven Seagal movie, Under
Yeah,
Siege.
Under Siege. I was thinking of Baywatch, but yes, Under Siege. Yes,
The Kick Girl.
yes. Uh-huh.
We all remember that scene.
Yeah, but who did she play in what was her name in Baywatch? It was something. Um, oh, and Chasers. Chasers. That was with Tom Berenger, I think. Also in the Beverly Hillbillies. Erica Lanier. Shawnee, there you go. She was Shawnee in Baywatch. See, it's a cultural thing. It's one of those things that's in your head forever. Oh, and she was in Charles in Charge and Full House. Everything, all the things, everywhere. That's just hilarious. It's like, oh, it's like the kid is just sitting there like, ooh, ooh, so woozy. Oh, thump. Coors in a can.
Is that Banquet?
It's that.
Okay, how do you teach him how to act drunk?
Beacon spell.
He's looking at her like, "How you doing?"
And you put home and you put he's sitting there, he's at home, he's drunk, he's watching Tom and Jerry. That's what you do, man.
Okay, our cartoons rival anything, and they all would not be acceptable today.
Okay, you can't even call Tom and Jerry our cartoons because we were watching reruns of Tom and Jerry.
Same thing with like
The
Jetsons.
Flintstones, the Jetsons,
Okay,
Woody Woodpecker.
So you would say like our cartoons are like Ninja Turtles, Voltron, Mask,
Transformers.
Transformers. Yep, GI Joe, obviously.
Yes. If you really want an exhaustive list of this, I can point you in the right direction because there is an entire episode of the Unifying Force, which is I think the 100 greatest cartoon series of the 20th century as ranked by me. So little bit skewed in the direction of my tastes, but all the goodies are on there: the strawberry shortcakes and the Super Friends and all the things.
Was Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling on there?
I don't remember if I put that one on there, but if I didn't, I should have because I loved that.
I know you did. You were talking about that last week.
Yes. If I didn't remember that one, I should have. But I know I had like Mask was on there and all of the Masters, G.I. Joe.
Do you remember Jason the Wheel Warriors?
Yes. That was another one of those that's just absolutely a show that was completely made to sell action figures and vehicles. That was the entire
and the whole
point.
time he's trying to find his father and he never finds him.
No. Very dark for a cartoon show.
Yeah. Well,
what was the other one? Turbo Teen? You remember Turbo Teen?
Yeah, I do remember that,
yeah. This was a little bit later than that. Captain N, the Game Master. Uh-oh. Born Free, saving all the frogs. Look at these lab tables. That's a throwback. We totally had lab tables like that. Not in like this kid's like barely middle school, if not elementary school. We had lab tables like that in high school.
I had that in middle school.
He is taking apart the speaking space. Oh, he's like in the electronics now. What's he making it do? Let's get drunk and hack the speaking spell.
Hack the planet.
That's another good movie. That's a movie we're thankful for. That should be on the list.
Absolutely. The girls with pigtail, Pippi Longstocking there freaking out.
Look, they're watching The Quiet Man on TV. He's watching The Quiet Man. That's a classic right there. See? Oh, and then reenacting The Quiet Man with the girl. Now, there is a hidden Star Wars connection for you right there. Watching The Quiet Man.
Yep.
And it's a hidden Star Wars connection that probably nobody knew about at the time. It's like one of those 6 degrees.
Danger Mouse.
Brendan's mom is in The Quiet Man.
Really?
Yes.
Danger Mouse. I love Danger Mouse. I was like
Danger Mouse was mentioned, I think, on my list. Darkwing, absolutely love the Darkwing Duck. Like I have a plush Darkwing Duck over there on my shelf, on my Disney shelf. The Disney afternoon was life. Tailspin. Do you remember Tailspin?
Mm-hmm.
So many of the 80s things is like we've got is that a Harvest Gold fridge or is that one? It might be white. I don't know. I can't tell. The lighting is. And mom is just absolutely clueless. She has so many children, and so she just doesn't notice the extra alien that just walks right by her.
The drunk alien.
Yes, the drunk alien. Is just drunk alien or no? Danger Mouse I loved on Nickelodeon, but when I was watching Nickelodeon, I think what else was no, this wasn't on Nickelodeon. This was Cartoon Network. I think I was watching more at that point of like Wacky Racers and the Blue Falcon.
Right.
Basket Bandit Ball. What is it? Is he watching Sesame Street? Is it? Yeah, that's not necessarily a Harvest Gold fridge, but it's a side by side. It was the model like right after that. E.T. is watching Sesame Street and learning to talk.
He should have watched Electric Company.
With the Spider-Man cartoon and the Electric Company. Yeah. That's what you waited for. The entire show is the Spider-Man cartoon for like 2 minutes.
Also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, Troy, you are old.
Exactly. It's that. Okay, I saw a thing that made me feel older than somebody posted it, and it wasn't you. Posted like one of the like a meme, but a meme factoid. It's like the Wonder Years debuted in 1988 and was talking about 1968, right? So if the Wonder Years premiered today, they'd be talking about 2004.
Damn.
Exactly. It's like, holy shit.
So I think I told you this story once. When I was in college, we were at the South Shore Plaza Mall in Braintree, and there was a KB toy store because that's where you go to. You either went to KB toy store or you went to Sam Goody, and you go to the mall.
Right. Okay.
And we're walking through, and obviously we're looking at the figures as we would typically do, because what else would you do?
Oh yeah.
And a little kid looked at a Power Ranger. There was a reprint of the Voltron Lions back in that day. Back in the 90s, it was a reprint of the Lions. And the kid said, "Look, Mommy, a cheap imitation of the Power Rangers." I turned to my roommate and said, "You hold me back. You hold me back. I'm about to punt a kid. Drag me out of this place right now."
Get off my lawn.
Yes.
Seriously.
I was in my early 20s. I was like, oh my God, their parent didn't teach them right.
Exactly, Troy. That hurts deeply.
Let's talk about that back in the day when we all thought that Paul Pfeiffer grew up to be Marilyn Manson.
Oh, E.T. phone home.
I like his blank.
Drew figures it out first. Yeah, collect 1-800-COLLECT. Exactly.
Hi, you have a call. Hi, it's Spencer. Pick me up at the boat. Bye.
Yes. Oh. Yeah. The dressing up in the wig and the hat was just next level. That's
you see, if it was the 90s, he would be wearing spikes on his wrist.
He is dressed up as like a punk.
Completely grunge.
That'd be hilarious. Uh-oh. Now it's the man being spied on by the man.
What do you think? The Libyans.
Libyans. Well, of course not. I built them a bomb casing full of shoddy pinball parts.
Is it the family Fruckster?
It looks like it. It looks like the kind of green wood panel station wagon, but maybe not. I don't think I remember that from this movie. The Fuzzbuster. There's a throwback right there. 90s ET. Yeah, see, if there was 90s ET, it would have to be. This would be a musical.
Yep. Yeah, you're talking about that. I was literally thinking of Eddie Vedder. Like we're talking about.
Hagar. Oh, classic. Reading Peter Pan.
Yeah, but they're saying the Redskins right there. That's not very PC.
Well, when was Peter Pan written? I mean,
I mean, in this day and age, that's as offensive as watching the entire movie of Blazing Saddles.
yeah, there's nothing you could do in that movie ever again. Yeah, Peter Pan was written in 1902.
I literally, probably 2 weeks ago, I watched Hook for the first time in years.
Mm.
And
Another John Williams score.
Yep. Of how he, Mr. Barry was their neighbor and heard the full thing. But I would put money on the fact that anybody who does not tear up now that Maggie Smith is dead, when she says, "Hello, boy," Niagara Falls.
Oh yeah.
Niagara Falls, Frankie Angel.
Well, and Robin too.
Yeah. But still, but
Yeah.
that's another movie I'm thankful for. I just quoted Scrooged.
Yeah. There's a whole list. We could do this for forever.
I think we should do for Unifying Force. We should definitely do like the top 50 movies of our childhood.
Yeah, I think like Kat and Gio and I would kill each other fighting over that.
That's why you don't have them on it.
Yeah, and in all honesty, it would get bigger than that because I don't know that I could do the top 50 only. Movies just huge. Exactly, Troy. Only 50 that's why the episode got huge when I did the cartoons. Is I was like, oh, I'll do top 25, and then I was like 50, and it's like, no, it's like the top 100. You gotta, because there's just so many.
I mean, could we at least agree that in the top 10, we would say would be Star Wars, Empire, and Jedi would be in the top 10 of that lineup.
Completely.
Like
is the only possibility that you might get from me is if you go in the top 10. There are so many in the top 10. A New Hope might not make the cut. Empire and Jedi completely.
Khan would make the cut.
Yeah, Wrath of Khan completely.
Back to Future.
Hello, right there. Die Hard. Though you would have to define and cut off what childhood would be. Die Hard might be one that's a little bit beyond that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely put like Goonies in there, Back to the Future.
Yeah, Goonies, Back to the Future, but like Flight of the Navigator, that's absolutely huge. The Never Ending Story.
Yep. Pee-wee.
Oh, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. That's big. But for me, in my childhood, one of the first movies I remember going to with a friend, not with my family, Rocky 4.
Yep.
Is we just like go into the giant, massive screen and watching Stallone and Lundgren. It's like
War Games. War Games. That's the
War Games. Oh, here we go. Where it's about the.
Look at that Ghostbusters.
The completely inappropriately dressed Halloween costume mom. It's like, huh. Dark Crystal War Games. It's just like.
Would you put the Garbage Pail Kids movie in the top?
No.
50 or 100?
No.
Ghostbusters 84.
Easily.
I would put Police Academy in there.
Yes, and that was another completely poor choice of my parents in letting me watch that.
Temple of Doom. Okay, where's our little green guy?
It's coming. Oh, there he is. There's Yoda right there, man.
Hey, I remember you on Coruscant.
Now, here's the thing. Did you catch it in there? Is that John Williams snuck in Yoda's theme right there?
Yep. So your home is Coruscant?
It's got to be there from somewhere else. Yeah, back to indoor.
Mm-hmm. Like I know if it was Amanda, she would probably throw in the worst witch.
Yeah, I don't. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay,
Oh,
I
I
don't
take
care who
that back. The
you are.
Unifying Force episode, I did cut it down to the top 50 greatest ones, but then I named like another 25 honorable mentions or something.
Okay, I don't care how old you are. If you're on that
episode,
if you're on that ride at Universal and the bike goes up and you hear the theme song, you get giddy.
oh, yes.
What about Inner Space? You remember that movie?
I remember Inner Space. Dennis Quaid, Martin Short.
And Meg Ryan, yeah.
Yes. Don't crash. Don't crash. Whoa, it crashed. What kind of bike is Elliot got? Is that like a Huffy?
I would actually put in the top 50, I would put Back to School.
You're going down a rabbit hole of ones that existed kind of before and during that were more adult movies. Yes, Back to School is a big one, but then you got to like throw Caddyshack in there.
Oh, easily. And you got to throw Spaceballs in there as well, because that was 88. We were,
So Spaceballs is important. Let's see.
Troy's asking for the link.
I'm looking for it right now, Troy. As I'm back over there, I'm trying to figure out. It's like it was an episode. It was episode 56 of the Unifying Force. Let's see if I can't just put that in the chat there.
Well, it's like every election, I'm going to date myself right now, but every election, I always say that I am going to vote for Montgomery Brewster.
None of the above. We were talking about that the other night. None.
Every election, I say I'm voting for Monty Brewster.
Yep, that's fun.
Well, that's an old Audi.
And then there's your classic, government vehicle, nondescript, like Caprice or something.
Yep. Yeah, and they have a whole squad right behind them that the mother does not see.
Nope.
Ready to set up shop. You remember the movie Moving with Richard Pryor?
I don't think so.
And King Kong Bundy was one of his moving guys?
No, I do not remember that one.
If we're going to throw movies with Richard Pryor in there, we got to throw the toy.
The toy, completely, yes.
Superman 2.
Yes, not A Quest for Peace. Not A Quest for Peace.
I did see that Mariel Hemingway is on the con circuit. I'm like, okay, who's going to be that guy that goes to get the autograph from her from Quest of Peace? You.
I would be that guy. It's like up to the table. It's like, come on, man. Where's the Superman Quest for Peace 8x10? Oh, it's working, man. They got like a saw blade and they got the biggest,
There's a fantastic movie back in the 80s, and we're going off a complete tangent because we always are, called Rustler's Rhapsody. And it was a Western with Tom Berenger, G.W. Bailey, and Andy Griffith. It is very fun. And I was talking to Tom Berenger about that when I met him at a con a couple of years ago. That's what I love. I love going to cons and talking to actors about movies that they try to forget about because you think they're going to come to you about the movies that they're known for.
Oh yeah. Well, Behringer, my favorite Behringer movie is Last of the Dogman.
Right.
Oh, out in the woods. Look there, Chief. Well, yeah, they're coming from like 50 bazillion light years away, man. It's like, they had to maybe stop for gas or something.
Yeah, but honestly, what's their roaming charges? Do they have an international plan or intergalactical plan?
See, I was trying to explain this to my daughter at some point, like recently. It's like, look, we used to have limited data. It's like we had minutes on our cell phone, and if we went over those minutes,
I remember, like, I'd be driving down from New York to Philadelphia for an event, and I would purposely turn my cell phone off throughout the entire state of New Jersey because for some reason New Jersey was roaming, but Philly wasn't.
Jersey is another planet.
Yeah.
Yep, no problem, Troy. That was a fun shoot with when I compiled and did those. That was going through. At some point, I'm going to do another episode of that because it needs a sequel, which would be the top 50 cartoons of the 21st century. There was just as much cool stuff, after that 1999.
Going to The Simpsons, South Park.
Right. So much because they started before, but the real heyday of South Park especially was after.
I mean, I remember going in college, getting a copy of the Christmas special, the first Christmas special that made them big, that George Clooney got a hold of. But also,
Mr. Hanky, Christmas too.
Yeah. Well, I also remember like going to see the movie when I was in college, like going to theaters with my college friends.
Yeah, that was the thing. Like we constantly talk on Tuesday nights with Jeff about Syphil and Ollie. Is Pico to Sepulveda. Is that was part of Spike and Mike's, which when you would go see like Ren and Stimpy and stuff on the big screen in a cartoon.
Ren and Stimpy was huge when we were in high school.
So no, don't stay out all night like trying to call aliens. Never do that. Well, yeah, you gotta go find the alien. And it's just there you go. It's like we just have like a milk crate bungee corded to our BMX. See, Troy, you got to get there. You've been there, but you usually get there kind of late on Tuesdays. We talk about. I give Jeff crap every time he's driving because there's this whole thing about Syphil and Ollie going to llama school, right? And first you take Pico and you take Pico to Sepulveda, and yeah, and Jeff is being the Los Angelino is incensed because the directions to llama school by hand puppets aren't accurate. Like, Jeff, they're sock puppets. Well, Look at all this crap we left in the forest. This is a wooden coat hanger and record player with a saw blade. Oh, there's the ghost costume. Barbed wire fence. Nope.
Well, don't forget, it's better than bad. It's good.
Yes, Sherry, those streets don't cross. Dang. And like I'm listening here to the subtleties of how Williams is making the main theme, but he's making it like spookier. It's or more suspenseful. It's hopeful. It's hopeful when they're going across the moon, but when ET is laying in the gutter, it's such ooh, but it's the same basic thing. Also, don't mind meld with your alien friends, because this is what happens when they end up lying in the gutter. Is you're sick too. Yes, absolutely. Just so much so. And if you haven't watched the documentary, do, because there's so much more to what he did, like his early stuff in TV and all the stuff. Oh, drop the coffee. Drop the coffee. There we go.
Give her the finger.
It's the magic finger. Yeah, it's the jazz group. It's like when George heard about having John do the score. It's like, what, the jazz pianist? It's like, or the no, can't run away from him. They're psychically linked. What are you doing? Why are you listening to Mom and running away now, man? Is you guys have been like hiding that thing and playing with it in the house for like the last week. like this is even hilarious. Is like they're coming in literal spacesuits. It's not like the outbreak quarantine things from that. It's like, no, this is a literal freaking spacesuit.
It needed to be Darth Vader from the planet Vulcan.
That would be it.
One of my favorite lines. I mean, there's so many great lines in Deadpool and Wolverine, but he's like, "It's okay, I'm Marvel Jesus." We're stuck. I'm like,
yes. And like this isn't creepy. All the dudes in hard hats and stuff walking in unison.
we need some choppers there. It looks like Apocalypse Now, like the sunset right there. Like, nah.
Charlie don't surf.
Again, why the hell are they wearing spacesuits?
I couldn't tell you.
Hey, look how quick they put this quarantined command center.
See, now they have like the little hazmat suits, but before with the literal. I mean, I don't get that, man.
You see, this is when FEMA helped people.
No politics. No politics. See, this is why our generation has distrust for the government. Right here. It's because this is how they help. And like in war games, like the government, it's like, it's like, let's chase down a kid with choppers and crap. No. Was like, who was that in the bad guy in that? Was that Dabney Coleman? The bad guy in War Games?
He was the guy who worked for the Waffle.
Okay. Feels its feelings. What else is another like distrust the government, like Running Man? That's like dystopian post future thing, but which they're remaking, right? The remake of the Running Man.
Right now, it's being filmed. Edgar
Yeah.
Wright is directing it with Glenn Powell and Katie O'Brien.
That's going to be worth seeing right there.
That movie was so good, but it was so scary now because we're watching. That was supposed to be the future, and when you saw American Idol or how popular like reality game shows became, that was running.
It was the Hunger Games before the Hunger Games.
Right, exactly.
Escape from New York.
Mm-hmm.
And then completely is the level of don't trust the government was just exacerbated from like my college years just devouring the X-Files.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but did you watch it in the 80s? See, it's a different animal if you saw it then. Watching it now, it's the whole thing. Send the alien home. It doesn't matter. It's a miracle. We're going to, cut them up and study them and put them in a jar. That's what we do. Oh, there you go. Distrust the government. V for Vendetta.
Ooh, yes.
Natalie.
Guy Fawkes. Ironic. I'm sorry to say no politics, but how ironic that this year's election was on Guy Fawkes Day. Just throwing that out there.
Art, life.
Yeah, I know. He's got DNA. Woo!
And just whatever, like Spielberg or whoever created the ET, like the creepiness of just like rolling it in like powdered sugar to make it look sick. Like, whoa, just that creepifying.
Time to make the donuts. Look at that microphone.
Hey. Yeah, that's not good. It's bad. And you can hear the violin in the back. It's like, what? No. Well, and we have a school bell hooked up to that for whatever. Maybe we don't exactly understand how, like what happens with a complete and total alien creature. Then all of a sudden we take off all the precautions and we're giving ET mouth to mouth. Guys, science needs to science a little bit there.
Yep. That doctor looks like John Landau.
Mm.
Okay, so you just have a drawer through full of syringes already filled. Like that's sanitary.
You know, it speed of. And now, how is Elliot immediately better? He's disconnected with him for.
Yeah, he as he was dying, he was disconnected.
Mm. So I've heard that. I wonder, is at this point when this scene was happening, like, because I've heard that for the longest period that Drew Barrymore during this movie thought the puppet was real. I wonder if
Yeah,
she had
so
figured out that he was not real at the death scene yet, or.
so evidently from what her when she had the cast on for the reunion, she, they had people like during breaks stay by the puppet and keep it moving for her.
Hmm.
It would be like people going over to talk to Grogu.
Well, people do that. Like, I was standing in line for Emily Swallow at San Diego next to the Grogu and the pram, and
Right.
people are coming by just. Yeah. But again, okay, we can remove the hazmat suits now. We don't know that the alien isn't even more contagious when it's dead? Come on, people. I mean, have you not watched Aliens? It's like you could turn into acid and melt through your face.
I mean, even Tom Holland has seen aliens.
There you go. Yes, technically Aliens wasn't around yet, but Alien was, right?
Right.
Yeah, of course. We're gonna cryogenically freeze them or whatever.
You see, if he had Khan blood, J.J. Abrams would have brought him back to life.
There you go. Good. Who is that guy? I recognize his voice.
It's not Peter Falk, is it?
No. I'm just getting quiet because I'm just listening. I'm listening to the little details in the soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
This is some heavy stuff for some child actors in this.
Yeah. They're going to bring him to Area 57 and go see Brett Spiner's character.
There you go, Dr. Oaken.
Yeah.
Put him in the freak show.
Right. I think a future watch along is probably going to be that documentary.
I think absolutely we have to do that. But I mean, like you said, even rewatching a lot of these movies is making it, thing. Because another movie that would be totally appropriate for movies we're thankful for, it's a little bit more holiday central, but Home Alone,
Easily.
right there, another John Williams. John Favreau, Elf.
Yep.
Elf is hilarious. He's back. There we go. He's heating up with the see-through skin. Yes, they're coming. Shh. The government's listening.
The truth is out
Oh, I love that show. That was good stuff. And again, clueless people right there. Do you not hear the alien talking? Shh. All right. Now we got a plan and plot and how to, steal the cryogenic refrigerator from the government
Yeah,
people.
that's okay. He's not. He's locked up in the fridge. Don't worry about it. He'll be okay.
He'll survive a nuclear blast.
I was just to say that.
Just some scrubbing down. Oh, thump.
Would you like the flower?
Yep, see, there it is. The flower's alive. E.T.'s alive.
It's like when we look at the fridges back in the 80s, our parents would say, "Don't go in there. It's all lead based. You're gonna die."
Well, and one time that works out. Uh-oh. Oh, left a note. We've gone to save the alien.
And the doctor is totally trying to pick the mother up.
Well, yeah.
It's like, hey, you want to go for coffee after we dissect that alien?
Right. It's not like I haven't just, imprisoned your kid against his will in a bubble.
Well, if you like coffee, we could go have a Senka.
Sanka. See, that would have been funny right there if that dude was like Danny Glover or something. Nope. Drive, run away.
Or the police officer from Die Hard.
Yeah, I was thinking Reginald Vell Johnson might have been a little bit young at this point.
Still would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Well, he was in Ghost. Was he in Ghostbusters? Yeah, he was in Ghostbusters. He was a police officer.
Reginald Vell Johnson was in Ghostbusters, but Ghostbusters was still, again, like several years after this, because this
Right.
is 1982, and this is like 4 years after that. And he was, I don't know, Reginald Vell Johnson couldn't have been, he probably wasn't 30 yet in Ghostbusters. This is hilarious. The toe in the tube and the people water skiing or whatever on there. Like, tear it down, man. Tear it down. Pull the cord. Whoop. Got one. Ha ha ha.
Don't pull that. Kid, don't pull that.
Oh yeah, let's just back the. Where... Hey, shush, Drew. You're blowing the plan here. Come on, keep pulling them. Keep going. They're coming. Don't do it, kid. Bye bye. Woo! This is one of those big, like Spielberg outdoor taking over the whole town for filming things. It's like, clear the street. Look at these playground equipment, man. We had that exact like snail thing on the playground at my elementary school.
And there is that goddamn metal slide that burnt your ass.
Oh, that's
Tina Thomas.
Howell?
Yeah. Wow. This is pre Pony Boy.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Star Trek is reality, damn it.
Yeah. Can't just be.
Didn't work. Oh, there's the dry ice. Left plenty of that.
I loved those headphones.
Dun, dun, dun. Follow me.
They're in the Flying V.
Dun, 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 dun.
They're in the Flying V formation. Dun 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 dun
You know,
dun 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 dun. Oh, wrong movie.
yeah, a little bit. Was it all the what was the BMX movie? Was it Rad? Was Rad the BMX?
Brad was BMX.
Off-road with that thing.
You see, if they were trying not to be inconspicuous or anything of that nature, don't put United States government on the side of the goddamn car.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh,
It should be unmarked.
well, look, we've got a station wagon with police lights on it. What police department bought a station wagon? It's like, did Spielberg just get a deal on some cars or something?
Very possible.
Yeah, there's your
Like his-
standard
like his
cruiser
classic.
from the Dukes of Hazzard. It's Roscoe. Woo.
We need like Jackie Gleason being like some bitch.
Hilarious.
Cannonball Run.
You know, Smokey and the Bandit.
Yep. I'm mixing my Burt Reynolds metaphors.
You are, but it's very similar.
Yes.
It's understandable. Oh, here we go. Gonna do it. Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Gonna get the shotgun. It's like, oh, magic finger time. Do the magic hand thing. Do the magic hand thing.
Oh, okay, yeah. Kid, he breaks up. They break out the boomstick, and that causes him to fly.
Yes. We're like, whoopsie. Just keep pedaling. Just keep pedaling.
Don't look down.
Spielberg overused. He had to use this. It's like we got to fly in front of the sun and the moon.
Yeah. Do you notice like every house had a pool?
Oh yeah.
They're like, wait, the ride's over?
Oh, there we are. We're back to the thing. We got to fix the conglomeration. Oh, maybe not. They're already here. I'll play the Close Encounters music. Okay, does not this look like a bigger version of Yoda's ship from the prequels when he's on Kashyyyk?
Similar.
Mm. It's like, I really find that extremely interesting that, you know, his chest is see-through.
Yes.
Why are you leading the government right to them? Stop it, Drew Barrymore. Stop it.
This is why you couldn't remember anything in 51st Dates.
There you go. You had your mind wiped.
Exactly.
They did the flashy.
Yeah, the neuralizer.
Have you ever flashy thing me, Kay? Kay,
No.
have you ever flashy thing me?
Be good. Okay. Narrator. She was not good.
She was not good. Oh, there's more of them. It's the guys from the Senate chamber coming to pick them up.
E.T., we need you for a meeting. Palpatine's calling us.
There's an important vote to give the chancellor emergency powers. Nope, nope, nope. So really, literally, this movie could be the way the way in which you could put Earth in the Star Wars universe and Skeleton Crew could actually do something like that. I don't know that they will, but this movie is literally how you could.
I agree with you on that. And Scooby, you could put that as the quote in there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, the Fandom Menace would not stand for it.
No, I mean there are so many allusions to it. Is a 3PO and R2 show up in Indiana Jones, in ancient Egypt, and always there's the fun theory that's in the comics where Han and Chewie come back to Earth, and Chewie is essentially Sasquatch.
That was also his fever dream in Carbonite.
Yeah,
it was Indiana Jones.
So, but literally having these ET alien creatures be in the Senate chamber and this entire thing to where they can travel to and they have traveled to Earth would be a total way that you could bring something in. Like I was teasing before, or really was, about Jude Law being a Terran, but totally could.
Right.
Could happen. And that's why
Carol Danvers wasn't always
great. There you go. That'll be fun. Bring that in. We have now put Star Wars in the MCU.
Yes. Come on. When they built the Death Star and dropped it, Lego, it was already in the MCU.
Okay.
How many of us freaked out when they dropped that Lego Death Star? Because we were all like, how long it took them to probably make it.
Yeah. Yeah, take the plants with you. Take the plants.
It's a parting gift. Come to Earth, get a plant.
Okay. Taking the dog? No, not the dog. Yeah, I don't know. The ramp here takes me out of it a little bit. The ramp is a little too like the loading dock behind Sears. They tried to zhuzh it up a little bit with the little curlicues, I guess, on there.
We know what happens to household pets on Melmac. You don't want to send your dog off with ET.
I thought that was just cats.
So. Another show from our
cats fit nicely in a casserole dish. Oh, and there we go. This was a little bit rough on the special effects, though. The ship was a little, and the bikes flying was a little.
But the thing is, you got those exhaust ports right there, and all they did was light up the floor. I mean, the grass. I mean, that should have singed it a little bit, or
Well, I thought those were.
cause a forest fire.
Yeah, I thought it was just like spotlights or something.
But still.
So, okay, I'm sitting here. Apparently, I'm just jaded. The 1982 science fiction classic directed by Spielberg. This is ILM, noted effects created by ILM, production Academy Award winning visual effects sequences in this flick. Is they won the Academy Award for this?
Okay.
I mean,
So you got Frank Marshall right there, as producer.
oh, I'm not on credits. Mine immediately skipped into something else.
Dennis Muren was supervisor. There you go.
Nice.
So, obviously, it's all the second unit director, Glenn Randall.
There you go. Well, that's why you had to put the Boba Fett figure in, right? Okay, so E.T. won 4 Academy Awards for music, original score, presumably John Williams right there, sound effects editing, and visual effects received nominations for Best Picture, Directing, Cinematography, Film Editing, and Writing. But yeah, so 4 Academy Awards: music, sound effects editing, and visual effects. So
E2's voice design, Ben Burt.
Is this thing?
Yep. Visual effects produced at ILM Vision at Lucasfilm, Marion County, California.
There you go. And that's why you're shooting at the Redwoods. It says you right there. Yep. But
model shop supervisor, Mr. Lauren Peterson.
See, it's all in the family.
Spaceship design, Ralph McQuarrie.
Uh-huh. See? So maybe that's not. Oh, I wonder, is that where I know that ship from? Is that ship in the background of the original 3PO painting?
I'm thinking that. Yep, it was C. Thomas Howell, but he was known as Tom Howell back then. Glenn Randall was one of the. Felix Silla was another one of the stunt people.
Yeah. No, I see that it's. I don't see it. It's not in. I can't find it at least in a Star Wars painting, but I see the McQuarrie painting of the ET spaceship. Right. But yeah, I mean, all the people from all the things. You question why we're here on the Star Wars channel watching ET, but this is all the Star Wars people making this movie.
Yep. Well, ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, thank you very much for all who stayed with us. We got 11 people who are with us currently. Greatly appreciate everybody who stayed with us throughout the entire thing. We enjoyed this segment to watch movies that we are grateful for. Yes. Movies that shaped our lives, really. Well, at least those who are behind the scenes here at the Virtual Cantina Network, that besides Star Wars, there's all these other films that like made us who we are today. And there you see how Star Wars influenced film everywhere. That was part of the pop culture lexicon even back then.
Oh yeah, because you're just a few years in, and they're still, like I said, they're playing with the new figures. All the Yoda references, like I said, we got to get at some point is I've got to get the story on how all of this Star Wars stuff. If anybody knows, put it in the chats. How did all of this Star Wars stuff actually end up in ET? I'm going with the theory that Steven lost a bet to George.
Probably. It's very possible. But anyway, thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget that tickets go on sale for the Not So Virtual Cantina Special Edition on the 1st of the year. Only 150 tickets will be sold. But Dave, we got a lot going on with the network. Obviously, a lot of special stuff going on. What's happening in the next couple of days or so?
So we've got in the next couple of days, there is, of course, a new episode of Jedi Archives going on this weekend. They're doing their Life Day special. They're doing Life Day comics that have came out, so special editions that they're going to be talking about, as well as I'm sure all things Life Day, because Mike and John are all about that completely. And we've got coming up on Monday another episode of Clone Wars Revisited. They're just plugging along, going straight down the release order, not necessarily chronological order, but release order. They're just plugging away. I think we're on episode 7 this week.
Yes, that's correct this time.
7 this week, yeah. And then of course, join us on Tuesday nights, always for the shenanigans on the Virtual Cantina. If you want to have all the discussions that we have here and back and forth, that is where we do it. I do apologize to the people. I'm just now looking over on the Insta, and the Insta comments don't show up over here on StreamYard for some reason, but I'm checking out some Instagram comments, and I'm hoping to comment that stuff back. But thanks for joining us over there on Instagram as well.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we greatly appreciate it. We greatly appreciate any of our different pages that you're watching us on. We greatly appreciate that. Also want to plug the girls of the Daughters of the Galaxy will be doing their small business special next Wednesday. So take a look out for that. As well as next week, I will be doing a special Japan news desk on Saturday with Michael Hyde from Hyperspace Props.
And of course, if you're looking for a small business to support on your small business things and you need some Star Wars based gifts for your friends and family, Hyperspace Props right there, and use our code, right? You get 10% off.
Yep. Absolutely. So we greatly appreciate their involvement with everything, but we appreciate every one of you. So thank you very much for joining us tonight. We promise you more shenanigans all the time because that's what we're known for. Hashtag shenanigans abound. So very happy for all that and happy for you. So we will see you next week where we will be watching Serenity. And yes, I promise I will watch this weekend.
You damn well better. You must.
Yeah. I will. I promise. Anyway, so from Dave and Spencer, we like to say, may the force be with you.
Always.